Hey everybody, I'm Shane Rice. Niall Cregan's on the call with me, and we're going to walk through the monthly metrics update to kind of show the process for what I do to collect the information that our team shares in the marketing metrics slides on a month-to-month basis. So we'll just dive right in. So we use this DataStudio Dashboard, the marketing metrics dashboard. And that just is set to automatically report the same data month after month after month. And so what I do, Niall, is, I go down to the slides that we need to update, which start with, let's see, overall web traffic. So we want overall web traffic. Let's see. Yep, this is the one we want. So let's go ahead, and what I do is just screenshot this. Actually, and so I'm going to just take a picture of the whole window, and then we will crop it down. It's easier. I find it easier to crop after taking it, the whole thing, than to try to get everything right the first time with just my cursor. All right. And then, it needs to be a little bit wider, and then pull this up. All right, great. So crop, and we'll save that, and then copy, and then let's see. All right, so we need to pull that down some. All right, cool. So that's the first one done. In the past, I would break out channels here, but I'm changing it this month to reflect our goals. So we have the monthly report that keeps us aware of what we did last month. Any kind of warnings, things to be concerned about. Definitely concerned about this drop, but I do feel like a lot of this is related to COVID and a lot of the protests and things that have been going on in the United States, I think, have an impact on where we're at in May. But you can see new users last month still went up over year. And then if we look at, this year to date compared to the previous year to date, we're above our goal. So we're still, achieving where we want to be at when we look at these metrics. So changing that up just to kind of focus more on how we're measuring ourselves internally so that we can share that more broadly. So then organic traffic without homepage. So let's go see. Where's organic? There we go. So let's see here. Yep. All right. So we probably need to dig into this a little bit. We'll do that in a minute, though. This is, still excluding the homepage. And we have, let's see, edit. So I'm a little concerned that we dropped a couple of thousand new users last month. But again, I think most of that's probably going to be attributed to what's happening globally at the moment, not necessarily a drop in anything performance-wise on our part, just more the actual demand. So let's crop that again, done, and then go back to the slides, and then let's see. Nope, I got to copy it first, and then copy, and then slide it down. All right, and then let's look at this. I like to try to, keep it from jumping around too much from slide to slide. Yeah, a little bit higher. That's close enough. All right, and then we break out each region. So just to see, this is what helped us identify that, there's something going on in Europe. And then looking at that, we saw that, okay, so Google Search Console is showing us that everything in Europe is still trending up, but Google Analytics is telling us visits are trending down. So there's a disconnect there. Where could that disconnect be? Which led us to go back and look at the CookieBot implementation and see that because of the way we're implementing that, we're no longer getting as many opt-ins, and so that was driving a loss in traffic that we could track in EMEA. So we go back to the dashboard, and this is all broken out by region there. So to do this, what I did was I went in and grabbed I looked at the maps for our sales regions, and then just every country is in a sales region. I map to specific regions in DataStudio. We may do this in Google Analytics in the future so that it's mapped directly to a custom dimension where there are values that we set based on country, and then it just gets attributed there. We don't have to do it in Google DataStudio, but for now it lives here. So you can see, a lot of what we're seeing is, playing out, in the United States. So let's go ahead and we'll take another screenshot and then crop this. Niall, are you seeing me crop this, or is it just showing the main screen still?
It's just showing the kind of main screen. It's not showing the actual crop box or anything.
Okay. Give me a second. I'll just share this screen because this is the only thing that's up on it. So let's see. Crop done. Stop sharing for just a second, and we'll go back and I'll just share that whole screen so you can see it next time. Cool. All right. So let's see. Now we want to copy. Oh, nope, not what I needed to do. I don't want to copy it yet. I've got to. Did I crop it already? Yeah, I did. All right, cool. And then so let's center that, and then yep. All right, great. And then let's go to EMEA. Wrong button. Edit, crop.
What are you using there for the screenshots? Is that just the normal system on MacBook, or have you something else that you use for it?
No, I use a different one. Hold on, I'll tell you what it is. I don't remember. I think it's like ScreenFlow or something. No, ScreenFlow is a different app. That's one I use to record videos. This one is called CleanShot. CleanShot is what it's called. And so it's got some cool features like a scrolling capture where you can tell it to start and then you just scroll down a page and it'll capture the whole thing. It's a little wonky. It relies on you kind of tanking your time. And if you go too fast, stretches it out a little bit. So it's not perfect, but that's something that I miss being able to do quickly, because you can do it with console and stuff like that. But it's, I always have to go look it up to remember how to do that if I want to take a full screenshot. Let's see. Let's just remove that, and then All right, cool. All right, and then we need APAC. So at this point, it's pretty just you look at the numbers, you look for anything out of place. If you see a trend that is concerning, then you do a little bit of digging. The SEO reporting is still pretty manual, so when we get to that, I'll show you the process that we use for that now. I know you're working on some improvements to this, so hopefully it won't be quite the same moving forward. But I think for now, it's the process we have. All right, great. So crop done, copy. I know this is riveting content.
How often before are the meetings weekly or monthly then for the metrics?
These meetings are monthly, so it's a monthly metrics meeting, and so you'll once you take this over, it'll just be a once a month cadence. So normally it's the middle of the month. So I need these slides in by Friday because Todd's going to record a video, I think on Monday or Tuesday, and so it just gives him time to look over it, ask questions. And so the earlier we can get in, the more time it gives him to ask us questions and do digging if we need to find information. So there's still some some months it's more work than others. I think with the current global situation makes a lot of these pretty obvious, what's going on. We still need to investigate and just make sure that our assumptions are correct. But I think the fact that we're seeing this happen globally across regions reflects that. And it's not something like a weird configuration or a drop in traffic. We'll look at Search Console in just a second, and that'll help us know for sure. Let's see, crop done, copy. And then let's. All right, cool. And then let's see, Google Search Console. Oh yeah, hold on. All right. So before we go to the sheets to update the SEO numbers, let's see. We have a different board that I have to pull the Search Console. Let's see. I think this is it. Yeah. So let's go back and look May 1 to May 31st. Apply. So impressions are going up. It means we're appearing more in search results. Clicks are down. Click-through rate is down. Let's see here. Need a comparison to see if there's anything standing out. Yeah, we need to dig into this more. Let's take a look. Let's go to google.com/webmasters, sign in, search results. All right, so let's edit this to say compare the last 3 months or a previous period. Apply. All right, so our rankings are going up, so our average position is going up, which we expect with impressions going up. Click-through rate dropped about half. Wow, 0.5%. That's pretty dramatic. But let's see where that happens at, right? So GitLab, let's look at this. So there was this period in January, late January to middle of February, where about.gitlab.com was the #1 result for people that search for GitLab. So that's why we see this big drop in clicks there. When that flips back and forth between GitLab.com and about.gitlab.com, it throws these numbers off. We know that. I've got a proposal in to stop doing the 301 redirect from people that are, or it's not a 301, it's a 302. A 302 redirect when people are logged out and hit GitLab.com and just show a sign-in page instead. And then use that as kind of a give Google a signal of what people really want, not just us trying to shape that. So let's see. Something happened right there. So total. Impressions go down. No, impressions went up, but clicks went down. Huh. All right. Well,
was that the same time frame as that crazy algorithm update was happening from Google? No,
I don't know.
I remember at the start of the year there was uproar. Google rolled out something new, and there was indexation issues and everything related to it.
Oh no, this would have been like the beginning of last month is what we're looking at, trying to figure out. No, it's fine. Let's see. Pricing is up. That's good. Careers staying steady. Jobs going down a little bit. Releases going up a little bit. Downloads. CI. Okay, so this is something that we need to look at.
I think that GitLab CI. Well, I know that I was looking the other day. There seems to be fluctuation again with the handbook pages for that. But
well, I just want to see because GitLab CI is something that we know our about.gitlab.com pages don't automatically perform the best for. But since this is only looking at that, I'm curious what's going on there. So, all right. So let's see here. Huh. Okay, I see. So we made a change sometime, I think it was like February or March, where we changed from using product continuous integration and added that to stages of DevOps lifecycle continuous integration. So when we made that change, it spiked traffic, and we went from, you know, we got 7,542, and then an additional 3,764 clicks during that 3-month period. And now for the last 3 months since then, we're down about what, like 1,500, something like that, 2,500. Yeah, so that would have been 8, 11. So yeah, so we're down to almost 3,000. So we need to take a look at that and figure out if this URL structure is not working, or if there's something else that's impacting why this page isn't ranking as highly. But again, GitLab CI is not our most competitive term, because, you know, a lot of times people are looking for the docs page, and I expect that I bet if we looked at search appearance, let's see. No, it's not. I was just going to see if it would show us where we were ranking for that specifically. Because my anticipation is that for GitLab CI, we're not. Oh, the position went up. I don't understand what's happening there. I got to think that we're doing better on the impressions, but that we're still losing that click-through battle to our docs pages. We need to investigate that some. So let's exclude a query that contains GitLab, and just see what we see, so we can get a sense for unbranded search. Query, you're supposed to, does not contain. There we go. All right, that's weird. I got to think that, though, is the flip between about.gitlab.com and gitlab.com in search. Free trial. All right. Cancel that. Huh. So nothing that jumps out as like, oh, this is like, you know, a red flag. I think that, let's do this. Let's compare last month to the previous period. So let's just say, since that's what we're looking at in that dashboard, and then let's compare it to April. All right, it's not going to be clean, but it'll give us a sense, at least at a top level. There we go. So there was some change in position. So that might have been an algorithm change in May. Click-through rate did go down a little bit. Total clicks are not that far off. Impressions are way up. Let's see. Let's look at queries by impression and just see where that might be coming from. Yeah, this is what we need to focus on, is this GitLab CI, and figure out what we can do to improve that. All right, so we've got an idea now of what we need to do there. So let's see. Let's see. 0.04. 047. So we're talking about 22,000 clicks, 21,000 clicks. That's pretty. That's not just GitLab CI, but that is a place to start at least. All right, so let's go ahead and screenshot this. And then let's see what, all right, we'll just crop. All right. Nope. Copy. All right, so now this is the really manual part. So we have to go to drive.google.com, and then we search for Moz. So I call this Moz data just to kind of make it easy to find. We run a custom report that fires like, you know, what happened last month, pulls in the data, and then we pull that into this column, or no, sorry, this column, the organic page views with, you know, this query formula, but then sometimes we get an error. So that's, yep, not what we expect. All right, so D4, so we want to say D5, maybe. Basically what we're telling it to do is look for this URL in this list and then return all the values. And so this is what we need for continuous integration. What the heck? Oh, there we go. So I had to manually paste this in because sometimes there are multiple pages because we run campaigns and stuff like that. You know, it has multiple entries. So and then let's see. Source code means source code. All right, cool. All right, so now what we do is we take this column for last month and we paste it here. And now we go to SEMRush. And then, oh, cool. I haven't logged in long enough to be logged out. Since last month, I guess. There we go. All right. Log in. And then we go to projects. I think it's this one.
Yeah, the full board. Yeah. Oh no, go to just GitLab. I think is that for the core 25 terms? Is it?
Yeah. Thanks. All right, so let's go to position tracking. We're going to overview. All right, so we need to set this to May. So May 1st to May 31st. Okay. And then now that we have that, let's do this. Let's pull this out. We'll put it on this half. And we'll put this on this half. And then let's see here. All right, so can I get rid of this? I don't want that. Here we go. All right, there, perfect. All right, so that's the same. That's the same. SAST dropped a little bit. And let's see, continuous integration and delivery is up. And then, let's see. Oh, I've got it wrong. Hold on. 7. That dropped down to 8. And then continuous integration dropped to 13. Source code management dropped to 16. CI 19. And I'm not sure why these values are off by 1. But this is what I do every month. I just come in and look at this and then manually update this. I did it again, didn't I? Let's see. Here's what we do. Let's do it by keyword. It makes it easier to update if it's just alphabetical, and then we can always sort it back by rank. All right, so this month, 19, 15, continuous delivery, 64 is the same. Continuous integration is the same. Continuous integration and delivery is 8. All right, DAST is 13. DevSecOps is 17. DevOps. Hold on. DevSecOps. Yeah, all right. DevOps is 29. All right. DevSecOps took off. 35. 32. Kubernetes dropped 45. Kubernetes gets stay the same. Orchestration dropped 64. Open source CI bumped up. Bumped up. SAST we got. SEM, no. Security automation dropped out. Security testing dropped down. 68. Source code management dropped. Source control management dropped. Body stream management stay the same. All right, cool. So now let's sort these by ranking again. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All right, so let's close this out and then close this, and then we'll go back here and let's refresh. It doesn't always refresh automatically. It's set to refresh every 15 minutes from Google Sheets. So let's see. Let's look at that. Open source continuous integration. Yep, looks like it's updated now. So we will, hold on. Something in this data is making this chart flip off the page again. All right. So to get all this in one, I just have this very, like, it's not great because there's no context to it. It's just like, I've labeled it full SEO so I can get all 25 in one screenshot and then drop it in here. So, and then we'll just, All right, and then done, and copy, save, and whoa, it's large. All right. Get rid of the old one. All right. I don't like that scroll bar. How do we get rid of that scroll? Oh, get rid of it by not having the cursor over that. Let's do that again. Where'd it go? All right, edit that. So yeah, some trial and error sometimes on the visual side. You know, digging in on the data side, and it's pulling from a variety of places. You know, you gotta see what's happening in Google Analytics. You need to look at Search Console for that context of, you know, what's actually performing on the organic side of things, what's not performing, where do we need to make improvements. I think we need to really look at overall traffic to our CI page, you know, the stages of the DevOps lifecycle one, because I did see a small drop in traffic, but it didn't match the numbers we're seeing there to that specific page. And so I'm wondering, you know, like if we know we're not getting that number of page views in a month anyway to that specific page, like what's going on? You know, like why are we getting a report that says we're getting, you know, 8,000 clicks or whatever it was over a 3-month period when we know that, you know, organic search is a small percentage of total traffic to that page. And so I think that's something to investigate. Let's crop this just a little bit more right there. Crop. All right, cool. Done. And copy. And whoa, okay. First, let's remove this. And then let's all right, great. So that's the first round knockout of that. And so normally what I do is let everybody know that's done. And then Todd will usually, if he has questions, reach out to me directly and say, hey, what's going on here? And then we'll go through it together. So, yep. So that's kind of the overview. I'm going to stop recording and we'll upload this later.